It is to the endless. We're watching.
Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation. Keep watching. Keep watching.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? First things first, before I report the news, I want to go ahead and plug the show this Monday, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Special guest Anthony Yard will be on the show talking about his upcoming fight and just talking boxing in general. So tune in, guys, on Monday, live show on Dante's Boxing Nation. Now, with that out the way, let's go ahead and get into the news. So Chris Eubank Jr., he did an interview with ITV, and he has some interesting things to say about Gennady Golovkin, James DeGale, Billy Joe Saunders, and everyone at the middleweight division, basically. So let me go ahead and quote exactly what he had to say. Quote, "This is the chance and I'm going to take it. And I'm going to go forth and challenge all the other champions. Before I was saying I wanted to fight, and people said I didn't have the right. I was skipping in line. Now I have a chance to win a world title, and that title puts me in line to go forth and get those belts. I'm coming for everybody. DeGale, I want the rest of those teeth. I told everybody I'm going to put them on my mantelpiece. Golovkin, I know I can beat him. He's seen by you guys as one of the best pound for pound in the world. I don't believe it. I don't see it. I want him, and I see holes. Yes, he has power, but it's going to take a hell of a lot more than that to beat me. I've got a very nice plan for that man. So Golovkin, I'm coming for you. I'm going to roast that guy." End quote. And then he talks about fighting Billy Joe Saunders and avenging that loss. But the gist of it is he wants to fight Gennady Golovkin, and he believes that he can beat him. Now, you know, they say some fighters, they claim they think that they can beat Golovkin, and they don't really mean it. Regardless if Chris Eubank can actually beat him or not, that I don't know if he can, but one thing I will say is I truly believe that his confidence is genuine, okay? And the styles would really match up really well when it comes to Golovkin's style versus Chris Eubank's style, because Chris Eubank, unlike a lot of opponents that Golovkin faces, Chris Eubank, he can fight on the inside. And on top of him being able to fight on the inside, Chris Eubank, he has power. Like Golovkin, who spars with cruiserweights, Chris Eubank spars with cruiserweights and heavyweights. As you guys heard, David Haye, he talked about sparring with him, and he was impressed that he could take a punch. And his dad talked about him sparring with other heavyweights where, you know, the heavyweights basically was really trying to put a beating on Chris Eubank. And Senior, he said he was really impressed the fact that Chris Eubank Jr., he never buckled under pressure. He never quit. He never waved the white flag, and he was getting tagged by a heavyweight that wasn't taking it easy on him. So clearly he can take a good punch. But sparring is different than an actual fight, no matter how big your sparring partners are. So, you know, that fight would be a very interesting fight. Like I told you guys on previous videos, there's one weapon that Chris Eubank has mastered, and that is his lead uppercut. You know, you don't see people throw in the uppercut as a lead punch, and especially from a distance. It's a very dangerous punch to throw because you leave yourself open for counters. But Chris Eubank, he's found a way to land lead uppercuts effortlessly, and he doesn't really ever have to pay for it. He never really leaves himself open to get countered. He can lead with it. He can set it up with combinations. He's also good at tying you up on the inside. With those type of attributes, it would make for a very interesting fight against Gennady Golovkin. Once again, not saying he beats Golovkin, but it would be an interesting fight no matter who wins the fight. So hopefully that fight comes to fruition. I know previously they had some roadblocks and negotiations, and from what I hear, Chris Eubank Sr., he wanted a lot more than what Eddie Hearn wanted to give them. So hopefully if they come back to the table, the fight can come to fruition. So that's pretty much all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
This is Bobby, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.